Hello, welcome to module number 9 of Switching, Routing, and Wireless Essentials. So dito po pag-uusapan natin yung tinatawag na first hop redundancy protocol or yung ginagamit natin as layer 3 redundancy. So the objective of this module is to explain the purpose and the operation of the first hop redundancy protocols. At pag-uusapan natin dito yung tinatawag na hot standby router protocol. So default gateway limitations. So end devices are typically configured with a single default gateway. So if the default gateway router interface fails, ang problema dito ay mawawalan ng access yung ating mga internal devices to the outside. So this occur even if a redundant router or layer 3 switch that could serve as default gateway exists. First hop redundancy protocols are mechanisms that provide alternate default gateway in switch network where two or more routers are connected to the same LANs or VLANs. So one way to prevent a single point of failure at the default gateway is to implement a virtual router. To implement this type of router redundancy, multiple routers are configured to work together to present the illusion of a single router to the host on the local area network. By sharing an IP address and the MAC address, two or more routers can act as a single virtual router. The IPv4 address of the virtual router is configured as the default gateway for the workstation on a specific IPv4 segment. When the frame are sent from host devices to the default gateway, the host use ARP to resolve the MAC address that is associated with the IP address of the default gateway. The ARP resolution returns the MAC address of the virtual router. Frames that are sent to the MAC address of the virtual router can then be physically processed by the currently active router within the virtual router group. A protocol is used to identify two or more routers as the devices that are responsible for processing frames that are sent to the MAC or IP address of a single virtual router. Host devices sends traffic to the address of the virtual router. So the physical router that forwards this traffic is transparent to the host devices. A redundancy protocol provides the mechanism for determining which router should take the active role in forwarding traffic. It is also determined when the forwarding role must be taken over by a standby router. The transition from one forwarding router to another is transparent to the end devices. The ability of a network to dynamically recover from the failure of a device acting as default gateway is known as first hop redundancy. So dito po sa example natin, so we have three physical router, pero naka-configure po ito for redundancy. So in this case daw, yung primary active router nagkaroon ng problem sa kanyang physical link. Automatic yung protocol na yan ay magta-transition at hahanap ito ng susunod na active router. So basahin natin yung steps for router failover. So when the router fails, the redundancy protocol transition the standby router to the new active router. So these are the steps that takes place when the active router fails. So the standby router stops seeing hello messages from the forwarding router. Yung ginagamit kasi nilang yung keep alive, yung hello message na yan. The standby router assumes the role of the forwarding router. Because the new forwarding router assumes both the IPv4 and MAC addresses of the virtual router, the host devices see no disruption in service. So we have different options when implementing yung tinatawag nating first hop redundancy protocol. Kagaya po nito yung tinatawag na Hot Standby Router Protocol or HSRP. So ito daw po ay Cisco proprietary PerSAP redundancy protocol that is designed to allow for transparent failover of a PerSAP IPv4 device. So pagka sinabing PerSAP, ano po yan, yung default gateway. HSRP is used in a group of router for selecting an active device and standby device. So the active device is the device that is used for routing packets. The standby device is the device that takes over when the active device fails or when preset conditions are met. So we have HSRP for IP version 6. So again, this is Cisco proprietary that provides the same functionality of HSRP but is an IPv6 environment. So an HSRP IPv6 group has a virtual MAC address derived from HSRP group number and a virtual IPv6 link local address derived from HSRP virtual MAC address. Periodic router advertisements are sent for HSRP virtual IPv6 link local address when the HSRP group is active. When the group becomes inactive, the router advertisement stops after a final RA is sent. So meron din po tayong BRRP. Ayan. Para saan ba yung ginagamit yung BRRP? Especially itong version 2. Ang BRRP daw, version 2 is non-proprietary election protocol that dynamically assigns responsibility for one or more virtual routers to the BRRP routers on an IPv4 LAN. So this allows several routers on a multi-access link to use the same virtual IPv4 address. In a BRRP configuration, one router is elected as virtual router master, with the other router acting as backups in case the virtual router master fails. So meron din pong BRRP version 3. So this provides the capability to support IPv4 and IPv6 addresses. BRRP version 3 works in multi-vendor environment and is more scalable than version 2. So meron ding tinatawag na Gateway Load Balancing Protocol or GLBP. Again, this is a Cisco proprietary PerSAP redundancy protocol that protects data traffic from a failed router or circuit. So like HSRP and BRRP, while also allowing load balancing between a group of redundant routers. So meron din pong GLBP for IPv6. So this is a Cisco proprietary PerSAP redundancy protocol that provides the same functionality of GLBP but in an IPv6 environment. GLBP for IPv6 provides automatic router backup for IPv6 hosts configured with a single default gateway on a local area network. Multiple PerSAP router on the LAN combines to offer a single virtual PerSAP IPv6 router while sharing the IPv6 packet forwarding load. ICMP Router Discovery Protocol or IRDP. This is specified in the document RFC 1256 Legacy HRP solution. Although legacy ang pinag-uusapan pa rin dito, no? So it allows IPv4 hosts to locate routers that provide IPv4 connectivity to other non-local IP networks. So pag-usapan natin yung Cisco implementation of PerSAP redundancy, yung tinatawag na Hot Standby Router Protocol. Cisco provides HSRP for both IP version 4 and IPv6 as a way to avoid losing outside network access if your default router fails. HSRP is a Cisco proprietary PerSAP redundancy protocol that is designed to allow for transparent failover of PerSAP IP device. So it ensures high network availability by providing PerSAP routing redundancy for IP hosts on network configured with an IP default gateway address. So HSRP is used in a group of routers for selecting an active device and standby device. In a group of device interfaces, The active device is the device that is used for routing packets. Although meron tayong mga multiple physical router na nag-exist, no? Yung active device po yung actual na nagpo-forward ng packet natin papalabas. The standby device is the device that takes over when the active device fails or when preset conditions are met. So the function of HSRP standby router is to monitor the operational status of HSRP group and to quickly assume packet forwarding responsibility if the active router fails. So pag-usapan natin itong configuration ng HSRP, yung tinatawag na priority and preemption. So the role of the active and standby router is to determine during the HSRP election process. By default, the router with the numerically highest IPv4 address is selected as the active router. However, it is always better to control how your network will operate under normal condition rather than leaving it to chance. So kaya gumagamit po tayo dito ng tinatawag na priority. Yan, HSRP priority can be used to determine the active router. The router with the highest HSRP priority will become the active router. By default, lahat po ng mga router, no, na nag-ooperate sa HSRP ay gumagamit ng priority 100 kung hindi nyo babaguhin. If the priorities are equal, the router with the numerically highest IPv4 address is selected as the active router. So to configure a router to be active router, use standby priority. Ayan, doon po yan sa interface natin na patungo sa local area network, no? Meron pong range yan na 0 to 255. Siyempre, mas maganda kung tataasan nyo na to, no? So by default, after a router becomes active router, it will remain active router even if another router comes online with a higher HSRP priority. So to force a new HSRP election process to take place when a higher priority router comes online, dapat nakakonfigure po ang preemption. Okay, mas maganda kung sa lahat ng router ito na i-join natin for HSRP, no? Nakalagay yung standby preempt. So preemption must be enabled using the standby preempt interface command. So preemption is the ability of an HSRP router to trigger the re-election process. With the preemption enabled, a router that comes online with the higher HSRP priority will assume the role of active router. Preemption only allows a router to become the active router if it has higher priority. A router enabled for preemption with equal priority but a higher IPv4 address will not preempt an active router. So take note, with preemption disabled, the router that boots up first will become the active router if there are no other routers online during the election process. So ito po yung mga state saka time or timer, no, or timer ng ating HSRP. So we have the initial state. So this state is entered through a configuration change or when an interface become available. And then we have learn. The router has not determined the virtual IP address and has not yet seen a hello message from the active router. In this state, the router waits to hear from the active router. Listen. The router knows the virtual IP address, but the router is neither the active router nor the standby router. It listens for hello messages from those router. Speak. The router sends periodic hello messages and actively participates in the election of the active and or standby router. And standby. So the router is a candidate to become the next active router and sends periodic hello messages. Actually, makikita natin to kapag nagta-transition po yung mga router natin, no? So halimbawa kunyari from active router nag-down yung kanyang interface, no, magpapalit ng state yan, no? Yan, kunyari speak tapos magiging standby siya, ganyan, and so on. So the active and standby HSRP router sends hello packets, no, to the HSRP group. Ginagamit dito ay multicast address every 3 seconds by default. The standby router will become active if it does not receive a hello message from the active router after 10 seconds. So, pwede naman daw pong i-manual yan, no? Pero dito po sa ating module, no, hindi naman po natin siya gagawin. So, you can lower this timer settings to speed up the failover or preemption. However, to avoid increased CPU usage and unnecessary standby state changes, do not set hello timer below 1 second or hold down timer below 4 seconds. So, para pakita po sa inyo, no, hindi na nagpakita ng configuration dito sa module natin, pero para lang makarelate tayo. So gamit tayo ng emulator. In this case po, meron po akong dalawang router. So halimbawa po, ang scenario po, meron po akong service provider 1 saka service provider 2. So ang primary na dapat na daanan natin ito, yung ISP1. Yan, pagka nag-down po halimbawa yung internet na to, dapat automatically mag-issue ng re-election itong yung router na to, or magsalita siya dito sa network na to na yung down yung kanyang interface. Therefore, magkakaroon ng re-election at ito magiging active router natin, sasalo, no? So magiging way natin ngayon pag ganito. So sa ngayon, ang mga na-configure pa lang po dito ay IP address sa interface natin sa internet, saka dito sa ating local area network and routing, ano. Kinonfigure ko na po yung aking yung aking workstation with IP address, subnet mask, tapos yung ginamit kong default gateway yung virtual IP address. So take a look, no, kung ano po yung IP address na nakalagay dito sa ating pinaka local area network. So ang aking interface going to our local area network is gigabit 03. Naka-configure po siya with 10.10.01, no, /16 IP address. So right now, hindi po makakatagos yung yung traffic natin from PC going to the internet, kasi ang naka-configure po rito ng IP address is yung virtual IP address, which is naka-disable pa dahil wala pa naman tayong HSRP. So to verify kung meron tayong HSRP na naka-configure, show standby po ang ginagamit natin. So right now, wala po siyang display kasi nga wala pa naka-configure. So try natin. So interface G03, tapos standby po yung gagamitin natin na command. Question mark tayo. Okay, standby. Meron po tayong group number. Ayan. So ibig sabihin, dapat daw si R1 saka si R2 ay member ng the same number. Bahala po kayong pumili. In this case, gusto ko po 100, no? Standby 100, followed by the IP, and then yung virtual IP address na magsisilbing default gateway ng ating mga client. So take note, hindi po ito naka-configure as IP address do sa physical interface natin. So virtual po yan. Same po yan doon sa gagawin natin sa kabilang side. Tapos standby priority. Question mark tayo. So meron din po siyang 02255 range. Again, para daw maging active router, dapat mataas yung number niya. In this case, by default daw 100 daw yung ginagamit niyan. Gawin ko na lang po 155. So kalimutan ko ilagay standby 100. Standby group 100, priority 155. Yan. So nakita niyo po yun, no? State change to state standby become active, Yan. Kasi nung naglagay po tayo ng IP address, nag-activate po yung yung HSRP. Yan. Pero since nahuli po yung paglalagay natin ng priority, yung ginamit na nun 100, pero ngayon hinard code natin siya na ang priority niya ay 155. So yung standby 100 is different from priority 100, magkaiba yan. So yung standby space 100, ito po yung group number. Yung priority, ito yung priority number, no, ng ating mga router. na magte-trigger ng election. And then standby 100 preempt. Yan, para kapag nakita po siya ng ng mas mataas po na number, automatic ibibigay niya yung power as active router doon po sa sa bagong device. So para mag-trigger po na mag-take over yung R2 in case na mag-down po yung internet natin, we need to track yung interface na to. Yan, yung gigabit 00 natin going to the internet, para ba ginagawa yun? Labas muna tayo dito sa interface natin. Tapos, track 1, interface G00, line protocol. Yan po yung ginawa ko para ito pong object na to, may ilagay natin sa tracking. So, exit. Balik tayo sa G03. So, track. So, standby. 100 track 1. So by default kapag ka nag-down po itong internet connection natin, magde-decrement po by 10 yung priority ng router 1. Okay. Ito po kasing kabilang side, gagawin kong priority 150. Yan. So imagine ito from 155 minus 10 magiging 145. So ito 150 pa rin. So makikita niya sarili niya as mas mataas na number. So magkakaroon ng election dito at siya ay magiging active router. New active router. Okay. So before that, bago natin configure yung R2, try po natin na nakakapag-ping tayo sa labas from our Linux. So ping natin www.youtube.com. So ano ba naka-configure na address dito? Using IPA, ang naka-configure sa akin is 10.10.0253. So IP route po, para malaman natin na naka-configure dito ay 10.10.0.10. Ang IP address po ng R1 ay 10.10.01. Okay. So nakakatagos po tayo sa internet ngayon. Maganda kung capture din natin to, para nakikita natin kung meron pong HSRP dito na nangyayari. So puntahan ko ngayon si R2. So gawa din ako ng track object para in case naman yung kanyang internet mag-down, vice versa. Kung siya po ang naging active, lilipat naman sa kabilang side. So track 1 interface G00 line protocol, and then exit. Pasok tayo sa kanyang LAN interface. May IP address na po ito, Ang gagawin na lang po natin dito is yung standby. Standby should be same group, and then IP, same IP address, which is ito po yung virtual IP address natin. Standby 100, priority 150. Standby 100, preempt. Yan, para kapag nakita ng mas mataas na number, magigiveaway ito doon sa bagong device. Standby 100, track 1. Enter natin. So again, pagka nag-down po yung internet connection natin dito, automatically magbabawas po siya ng 10 doon sa kanyang priority. Yan. So paano ba natin mabe-verify kung ano yung role ng router natin dito sa HSRP? Show standby lang po yung command. So as you can see, nakalagay dito, state is standby. So meron po siyang virtual IP address na 10.10. They share also the nag-share po sila ng MAC address. Okay. And then yung mga hello messages, no? Alam din po niya kung sino dito yung active router. So ang active router daw is 10.10.01 with priority 155. So dito po yung state po ng ating router na nakakonfigure po sa kanya ay priority 150. Yan, priority 150. So try po natin no, na mag-disrupt ng connection. Ayan, dito kay R1. So balikan natin si Linux. So try nating mag ping www.youtube.com. Okay. So continuous po yung magpiping. Tapos kay R1 shutdown natin yung internet. Int G00 shutdown. Yan, tingnan natin dito na mag-transition to from active to standby. Ayan. So from active nag-speak yung mga state niya, no, na nabanggit to sa slide. And then pagka nag-verify po tayo dito, ngayon nagpalit na po siya, no, ng kanyang state. Standby na siya. Show standby. Yan, siya po ngayon ay standby router. So tumatakbo pa rin yung ating connection sa internet, kasi ang sumagot dyan ay si R2. Naging active po siya. Show standby po yung command. Ayan, now this is active, no. So ngayon di ba naka-configure to as 150. And kung wala pong preemption na configure dito, tapos inactivate ko ulit yung ating R1 which is 155 higher than 150, hindi po mag-giveaway si R2. Yan. Pero since na-configure po natin yung preamps on both device, pagka na-detect po nila na nabuhay, no, or na-detect ni R2 na nabuhay uli yung interface internet, no, ni R1, ibibigay niya uli yung active role kay R1. Yan. Subukan na rin natin, no? I-no shutdown natin yung internet dito. Nag-up na po yung interface natin. Hintayin lang natin yung transition, dahil ito po kasi ay virtualized environment, kaya may mga delay na nangyayari dito. Okay, show standby natin. Ito ngayon ay active. Ito ngayon ay standby. Okay, makikita naman po natin yung palitan nila ng message dito. Ayun yung HSRP. Yan, may mga hello messages, state active, standby, and so on. So anong address yung ginagamit nila? Na multicast address, 224002 yung ginagamit nilang multicast address. Okay, so paano naman kung ang environment natin ay Cisco and other vendor, no? Pwede kayang magkaroon tayo ng ng router redundancy. So pwede naman, kaya lang gagamitin po natin ay BRRP. So BRRP. So nawala yung na-save kong BRRP. So gawin na natin itong BRRP. BRRP. Halos pares lang naman po yung configuration nito. So babaguhin na lang po natin na yung yung protocol, no. So wait po natin na mag-boot up ang ating mga router. So mag-try na rin tayo mag-capture dito para makita natin kung anong message po yung makikita natin. kung yan ba ay HSRP or BRRP. So on R1, try more natin show run. Tingnan natin kung malinis po yung configuration natin sa G00. So wala po dapat siyang standby na na-configure. So paano kung may standby siya na na-configure, no? Ganito lang po yun kadali. Paano siya i-delete na? Kunyari in G03, no standby 100. Mabubura na po lahat ng mga parameters na kinonfigure natin dyan. Okay. And then pagka binerify ninyo, show standby, dapat wala pong makikitang result dito. Then, since ang goal po natin ay lagyan siya, ay configure po siya ng ng redundancy protocol in a multi-vendor environment, BRRP po yung gagamitin natin. So BRRP 100 IP 10 10.10.0.10. Oops, sorry. BRRP 100 IP 10.10.0.10. BRRP 100 priority 155. So BRRP 100 preamp. So mag-track muna tayo kasi natanggal po yan, no? So track 1 in G00 line protocol in G03. Lagay natin dito BRRP group 100 track the interface gigabit 00. So try muna natin on our Debian kung tayo po ay nakaka-access na internet. Pwede naman po ako gumamit ng browser or kung sisimplihan na lang natin ito, no, para hindi rin masyadong malakas sa resources, ping na lang po yung ginagamit natin outside the network since nakakonect naman po ito sa internet. So ping www.youtube.com. Ayan. So nakakonect po siya sa internet. Check nga po natin, no? BRRP ba yung ginamit niya? Ayun, meron tayong BRRP packet dito, no, na nakikita. Ano kaya ang status ni R1? Kapag ka HSRP po, show standby. Kapag ka BRRP naman po, show BRRP. Ang nakalagay po dito, state is master. Ayan, with the virtual IP address of 10.10.0.10. So meron din po yung shared MAC address, no, between routers, no, na nag-ooperate sa same group. So halos pares lang din po ito, no, ng HSRP and R2. Ayan, configure ko po yung tracking, tracking in G001 line protocol para pagka nag-down yan, exit in G03, pero before that do show standby muna. Yan, malinis din. So BRRP 100 IP 10.10.0.10, BRRP 100 priority 150, BRRP 100 preamp, BRRP 100 track 1. So balikan natin si Debian. So patuloy po siya nagpiping. Check natin kung ano po yung status ito. Show BRRP. Ang sa kanya naman po ay backup ang nakalagay. Master and backup. So sa R1, shutdown natin ang ating internet interface. Tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari. In G00 shutdown. Ayan, patuloy pa rin yung ping natin dito eh. May konting delay lang to, no? Kasi nasa virtualized environment tayo. Then ito na yung ping natin. So, ano na bang status natin dito? Show standby. Show BRRP. State is backup. And then, ito naman po, show BRRP. Naging master na siya. So, ano po yung kanilang multi-group address na or multicast address? Tingnan natin sa BRRP. So, 224.0018 yung ginagamit nila. Okay. So, meron tayo ngayong option, no? Para sa pag-configure ng redundant gateway. Either HSRP sa Cisco environment or BRRP to a multi-vendor environment. So, yun lang po yung coverage nitong module na ito, no? Balikan natin kung ano yung mga napag-usapan dito. So, PERSAP Redundancy Protocol provides alternate default gateway in switch network where two or more routers are connected to the same VLANs or local area network kung flat network lang. Ano? One way to prevent a single point of failure at the default gateway is to implement a virtual router. With a virtual router, multiple routers are configured to work together to present the illusion of a single router to the host on the local area network. Yung naging sample po natin, dalawa lang po yung ginamit nating router. Pero it can be more than that, no? When the active router fails, the redundancy protocol transitions, no? The standby router to the new active router role. So these are the steps that takes place when active router fails. Standby router stops seeing hello messages from the forwarding router. So the standby router assumes the role of forwarding router. Because the new forwarding router assumes both the IPv4 and MAC address of the virtual router, the host devices see no disruption in service. The PERSAP redundancy protocol used in a production environment largely depend on the equipment and needs of the network. These are the options available for PERSAP redundancy protocols: HSRP for version 4 and version 6, BRRP2 and BRRP version 3. GLBP and GLBP for IPv6, and then yung legacy daw, no, na IRDP. HSRP is a Cisco proprietary PERSAP redundancy protocol designed to allow for transparent failover of PERSAP IP device. HSRP is used in a group of routers for selecting an active device and standby device. In a group of device interface, the active device is the device that is used for routing packets. The standby device is the device that takes over when the active device fails or when preset conditions are met. The function of HSRP standby router is to monitor the operational status of HSRP group and to quickly assume packet forwarding responsibility if the active router fails. The router with the highest HSRP priority will become the active router. Preemption is the ability of an HSRP router to trigger the re-election process. With preemption enabled, a router that comes online with the highest HSRP priority will assume the role of active router. HSRP states include initial state, learn state, listen state, speak state, and standby. So nakita niyo naman po kanina yung speak saka standby, ano, yun yung common na nakikita natin kasi mabilis yung mabilis yung pacing yan eh. So, again, maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig at panonood, Maganda po lagi na ating i-try on our testing environment, yung mga natututunan natin para ma-master natin.